Susan Wright.
Storm Roberts.
5 years ago, you were given 3 months to live.
5.5 years ago.
With ovarian cancer. Here we are 5 years later. Tell us your story.
I was very, very into physical fitness. I just won a bench press contest. I felt great. And pretty much one day, I was at a party on New Year's Eve, and my belly just looked like I was 5-6 months pregnant, all of a sudden during the evening. And after a couple of days of that and some other stuff, I called the doctor. They sent me in for a scan, and I was stage 4 ovarian cancer. It was everywhere. I was very, very sick.
Stage 4 is where you don't usually survive this. You were given actually a 3-month sentence.
I was given, they said 3 months to a year at the most. They didn't think I'd really make it. Nobody really wanted to do surgery. And on Monday, a couple of days later, I was introduced to Dr. McLean, who was a fitness buff himself. And he said, only because I was so physically fit, that he put me into a very, very long surgery, and he knew I'd pull through it. And I did, and I had 6 months of horrendous chemo, which I also pulled through. And God is so good, I recovered completely and got back to my fitness and worked out and all. And as most ovarian cancer, about 2 years later, it was back.
So it's relapsed a couple times.
It's relapsed a couple of times already, and it's relapsing now. It's growing pretty fast right now.
And you've pretty much used up all the chemotherapy. It's so devastating right now. You still need to wait a couple months before you can start another.
Well, it's not because I've used it. Yeah, it's because the therapies have become so toxic and I've been able to tolerate so many therapies that now the chemo itself is so toxic that the last time I took it, we had to stop because it gave me a side effect that was practically ready to kill me. And they're afraid that this time the chemo is going to be very, very dangerous for me. So we're waiting until the cancer gets to more of a dangerous place where it's like they're not knocking back a healthy body. It's more of you're pretty sick now anyway, let's go ahead and try chemo.
Why do you think you've lived longer than you're supposed to live with ovarian cancer?
And been this healthy? I have a deal with God. God, of course, I believe, controls everything, but our deal is He does His part, I do my part. My part is to get up every day, tell Him thank you, grab strength from my faith, my family, my husband, my daughter, my friends, and the gym and all the things I have in my life, to draw a lot of courage from that and get up and go and do everything I'm supposed to do. That's my part.
Tell us your exercise regimen, because you are famous at the Gainesville Health and Fitness Center.
I didn't know I was famous.
Susan Wright is in a spin class. Susan Wright is people know where you are because you are inspirational for what you've gone through and what you're going through.
And gonna go through.
You have the most bright smile. You light up a room. You're gorgeous, and you're such an inspiration to everybody.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. My schedule is I do about 5 cycling classes a week. That's my favorite. I power walk a lot. I like to power walk and I like to strength train. So I'm there about, how long am I there? I'm there about 2-3 hours every day.
But exercise is a big part of what you're doing.
Exercise, it's to keep healthy. I think fitness is so important. They're just amazed. They're actually studying me. They don't know anybody else. There are women who can go 5 years, but they're usually pretty sick, in and out of hospitals. They're not functioning. For me to be this far along with this and still feeling so good, they don't have anybody else. They've said I'm breaking all records. And it's more than that. It's my crew at the Gainesville Health and Fitness. It's my crew. I come upstairs in the morning. There's my whole crew. I can exercise on my own, but it's the whole thing. It's the whole package that makes me be able to do this.
It's a family.
It's a family.
It really is.
And it's funny, my husband, Michael, when I started the treatments in October, I think after the first treatment, a couple of days into it, it was the first time ever, because it's the third set of treatments, I was so knocked down that he came in at 8 to see if I was going to wake up and go to cycling. And I said, no, not today, I really don't feel good. And he said, yeah, you go back to sleep. And by the next morning, because I guess I drove him so nuts all day that I didn't get my workout in, the next morning he came in, he had my gym bag, he pulled me out, he said, come on, wake up. He put my gym bag together, he got me in the shower, and he took me there. which I'm glad he did. I felt better by then. But he said, "You're never missing again."
Here we are in the first part of September, and you'll start some more chemo. So, where are we going to be in a year? You're going to be here?
Well, I've learned to take it day by day. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be here in a month. You know, it's growing very fast right now, and there's just no way to know what it's going to do or what this next set of treatment. You know, the treatments are so toxic that if I could take it and have a stroke in the middle of the treatment. That's known. It could knock me back so much that maybe a lot of times what happens is your body is so compromised while you're on treatment. The fitness actually keeps it less compromised. It keeps you stronger, but even with that, by the fourth set, the things they're expecting is that the treatment could knock me so down that I can end up getting very ill with like pneumonia or something and not be able to pull through.
Right.
And sometimes what happens is your organs just kind of start shutting down from all the treatments, you know. But the one thing I can tell you is our days are numbered. We don't live a second longer or shorter than he has ordained. And I'm pretty at peace. I think the only reason I fight so hard is to be here for my husband and my Sam. She's 20. She's taller, much taller than me, but I'm here for her. And for them too. We have a great thing, and as long as I have a fairly good quality of life and we can still enjoy each other, I'm going to keep fighting.
You're effervescent. Whatever you've got, I want to bottle it.
I've been there, told that. My mother says, "Been a baby, I never slept."
Well, you are an inspiration. You really
Thank
are.
you.
And
Thank you.
it's just an honor to be able to talk to you, and I love seeing you at the gym. I really do.
I like seeing you at the gym too.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this. It's nice to be able to tell people, to share.